Everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Brackit, the game show where you try to guess your favorite celebrities' picks, bracket style. I'm your host, Matthew Robinson, and today I'm joined by DJ, producer, and my new Wi-Fi password, Mads. Mads, thanks so much for being here on the show.
Wi-Fi passcode, I love that. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here, but I'm not technically with you, but through Zoom.
Yes.
I can feel the connection. Feel it.
I can too. The digital connection is here in this place.
Yes, it is here.
We've got a very, very fun bracket tonight. It is your favorite scary movies from the 2010s.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, so are you you're a scary movie fan?
I'm a very big scary movie fan. Everyone always thinks it's really weird because it was always an issue for my friends if they didn't like scary movies because they didn't want to watch it with me. And I'm insane. Like, I'll fall asleep watching scary movies.
So you're a DJ and also a music producer. How'd you get into that?
I actually got into electronic music when it was my 13th birthday on accident. My parents took me to a warehouse rave. They thought it was just like this event, and we went to dinner and everyone said to come, and so they brought me and I was like, what the hell is going on? And my parents were trying to cover my eyes, like, you never do this, you never want to go like that. And they blamed that one night because after that I was like, I'm obsessed, I love this. I was like trying to sneak out to go to raves, to go to festivals. I was downloading all this music, trying to make my own mashups, and my parents eventually just gave up and they're like, all right, fine. So I brought my mom to Electric Daisy Carnival EDC, which is supposed to be going on right now. I brought her with me and all my friends, and it was they either had to be a part of it or I was just gonna sneak out in the middle of the night and go do it myself. And it ended up working out.
They had a good time?
They had a good time. All the times I did get grounded when I was younger for going to concerts, I told them, I was like, you just wasted your time because now I'm DJing them and now you have to come to them. So instead of driving there to pick me up to take me home, you don't have to come to see me.
Like, you have to be supportive.
Yeah.
So the other thing, I think a lot of people don't understand with electronic dance music, because I think there's a lot of, like, I don't want to say stigma, but there's a lot of misunderstandings going on about it. It's a misunderstood genre of music, but it's very diverse, actually.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of nice now that everyone's coming together with that, because before, electronic music was just straight electronic music. There wasn't really, you didn't have Justin Bieber and Skrillex coming together to make a song back then, you know? And so now you have Zedd, who's super mainstream and doing songs, and Marshmello, who's doing songs with like Selena Gomez. We kind of like all tied in together. So I feel like it's less frowned upon. And it's nice because now other people that are more into pop music, not so much straight EDM, now you kind of get the best of both worlds. So I think music is actually progressing in such a diverse way than it was before. But before, it was obviously frowned upon. I mean, my high school I went to, they told me you have to do a senior exit interview to graduate. And I wanted to DJ at EDC. And they were like, no, that's drug-related, that's this, that's that, that's not realistic. So I had to say I was gonna do cosmetology. And then 3 years later, I ended up DJing at EDC, so.
There you go. Well, now we're here at the Sweet 16, and this is where things start to heat up a little bit. It gets a little bit more intense. Everyone's bracket starts to get a little hurt at this point. Right now, we have Krampus taking on The Quiet Place. Who did you pick?
Quiet Place. I love Quiet Place. It's good. And Krampus was like, it doesn't even deserve a bracket, honestly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, sorry. I hope there's no Krampus fans out there.
Like, how dare you?
Movie fanatics. Yeah, right.
The very, very well-known and very fanatical Krampus.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. We have The Conjuring 2. And it's very... You have to be very specific here. It's The Conjuring 2 taking on The Last Exorcism. Who'd you pick here?
The Last Exorcism.
Ooh, nice.
That one mess. Anything that has to do with something like that. I mean, it's hard because Conjuring kind of also has the whole demon stuff going on. But that, I remember when I was younger watching even The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. If you really want to teach your child a lesson, you don't ground them, just throw that movie on right there. That was like, I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Mom, where's the Bible? You're right. Wow, we're going to church today. I don't care if it's Tuesday. We are on our way.
Oh, yeah.
Amazon Prime. How do I get holy water now?
It's like, get it to me fast. It's an essential item.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Moving on, we have Conjuring taking on Split. Split was a big surprise. No one expected Split to do as well as it did, but it ended up becoming this big thing. And as well as the Conjuring. Conjuring was also kind of a surprise. Which one did you go with here?
So the thing is, Split, like I said, is obviously a fantastic movie. Great plot, really twisted. I love Twisted. I mean, that was just really good. But Split never made me get the chills and freak out and like have to turn on the lights. Conjuring did. Conjuring, I was like, I don't even want to put my feet down on the ground. I'm scared like a demon's gonna pull me under my bed. Right. So Conjuring.
I still think the scariest moment in The Conjuring is actually given away in the trailer, but it's when the bed sheet's on the line.
Yeah.
And it just like, it sticks to form a person's body.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I have the chills, everything about that. I'm going to go watch that movie after this. I'm going to.
Good falling asleep movie.
Yeah, right? Just some people download that app Calm just to listen to Rainforest. I just download The Conjuring and just fall screaming and crying, and I just really like to zen out to that.
Okay, now we're in here in the Elite Eight. This is where things get
crazy.
Difficult. Yeah, this is where people's hearts get broken a little bit and their brackets get severely busted. So now we have A Quiet Place taking on The Last Exorcism.
I don't have my holy water with me, so I'm going to go with A Quiet Place.
Nice. A Quiet Place moves on. Looking forward to A Quiet Place 2, by the way.
Oh my gosh, so good. I can't wait.
All right, now let's check out everything else in the Elite Eight. In the red region, we have World War Z going up against the doll movie, Annabelle. Moving on to the Final Four. Why? I mean, I'm guessing it's just because of how interconnected it is. I mean, they've been saying they're going to make a World War Z sequel for years now. It's not happening.
Yeah, until they do it, it's that bracket's going.
Good choice. All right, now it's the Final Four. Now, before we get into this, I have to ask the people who are playing at home, how are your brackets doing? Are you doing okay? Are you still in this race? Because there's a couple of twists and turns in this one. All right. In the Final Four here in the Western region, we have A Quiet Place taking on The Witch, two movies that I firmly believe will be considered modern horror classics when it's all said and done. But you can only choose one.
Quiet Place against The Witch. Quiet Place.
Good pick. All right. Now we have Annabelle taking on The Conjuring. They're both in the same universe. So you clearly love this like Conjuring universe that has been built. And you can only pick one of the two, though. And I think no matter which one you pick here, you're going to get some people who are upset.
You know, I'm definitely going to consider getting a therapist after my choices in all of this. But I'm going to have to say Conjuring.
Ooh, Conjuring. Moving on to the championship. Now, before we do this, I have to ask, as a DJ and music producer, have you ever dreamed of like scoring or remixing like a horror TV show or movie?
Actually, I do that. So during Halloween time, in my sets, I will take the soundtrack from like the movie Halloween, and I'll change it. Or I've done The Purge. I used to always put The Purge in my sets, and people would always message me after my shows on Instagram and be like, what the hell? Like, you put The Purge in there. Like, how do I get this? And I was like, I made this part. I don't know how to give it to you. But I love doing that, actually. Halloween is my favorite time of the year. So every single time that happens, like there's a new horror film that comes out, I will take the audio from it and I will mix it and I will start off my sets with that.
Oh, man,
I love doing it.
Oh, cool. All right.
Yeah.
I need to come to one of your shows now. This sounds amazing.
Yes, 100%.
All right. Now the championship match, A Quiet Place, taking on The Conjuring.
I love a good demon-filled, messed up movie. So I'm gonna have to go with The Conjuring.
Ooh, The Conjuring win.
Conjuring wins. The Conjuring is by far one of my top favorite scary movies I have ever seen in my life.
I love The Conjuring. It is so scary. I was scared out of my mind when I first saw it in theaters. I was like, this is horrifying. It's so well shot, so well acted.
Yeah.
There you have it, folks. Mad's picks for her favorite 2010 scary movie, The Conjuring. How did your brackets do? I think mine is completely busted, but I love it because this is why we play this game.
Exactly. Sorry if I messed any of you guys up, but Conjuring has my heart.
Man, thanks so much for being on the show today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime. And again, thanks everyone for playing. We'll catch you next time right here on Brackit.